Hi, this is Ike from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got another book on record to play for you. Today's book is How Peter Cottontail Got His Name from 1857. So let's get started.
And I'd like to read you A Cottontail Got His Name by Thornton W. Burgess, of our friend the rabbit with a little bird perched on his shoulder, and a grasshopper is watching Peter. Now let's turn to the next page. The words on this page say, How Peter Cottontail Got His Name, specially adapted for this book and record by Arthur Ritt. Isn't that a pretty red coat and tan vest that Peter is wearing? Turn the page. And here is a picture of Peter walking along the road. In the middle of the brook, a frog is sitting on a rock, and there's a raccoon sitting underneath a tree fishing. Right over his head on the sign, the words say, This is my book, and you can write your name on that dotted line. On the opposite page, the words say, How Peter Cottontail Got His Name, adapted and abridged from the Tale by Thornton W. Burgess. Pictures by Pauline Jackson. Wonder Books, New York. Now, if you will turn the page, I will begin to read the story. Peter Rabbit. Peter Rabbit. I don't see why Mother Nature ever gave him such a common-sounding name as that. Some folks say that a name doesn't mean anything, but it does. If I should do some wonderful thing, nobody would ever think of it at all. Just because it was done by Peter Rabbit. Turn the page. Peter was talking out loud, but he was talking to himself. He sat in the dear old briar patch with a scowl on his usually happy face. The sun was shining, the merry little breezes of old Mother West Wind were dancing over the green meadows. The birds were singing, and happiness, the glad, joyous happiness of springtime was everywhere, but in Peter Rabbit's heart. Let's turn the page. Well, what are you going to do about it? Asked a voice suddenly. It made Peter Rabbit jump and turn around hastily. There was Jimmy Skunk poking his head in at the opening of one of Peter's private little paths. He was grinning, and Peter knew by that grin that Jimmy had heard what he had said. Peter didn't know what to say. He hung his head in a very shamefaced way. Turn the page. If you don't like your name, why don't you change it? Asked Jimmy. Peter sat up, and the frown left his face. I hadn't thought of that, he said. Do you suppose I could, Jimmy Skunk? Easiest thing in the world, replied Jimmy Skunk. Just decide what name you like, and then ask all your friends to call you by it. I believe I will, cried Peter Rabbit. Well, let me know what it is when you have decided, said Jimmy as he started for home. But when Peter Rabbit tried to think of a better one, he found that no other name he could think of really pleased him. The more he thought, the sadder he... Poor Peter. I wonder if he's going to find a name that will please him. If you will turn this record over, we will see what happens. After you have turned the record over, be sure that you also turn to the next page. Are you ready to continue with the story? Did you remember to turn the page? There's a picture of Jimmy Skunk and some of his friends. They seem to be laughing about something. Let's find out what it is. Here we go. Skunk was the only one to whom Peter had told how unhappy he was with his name, and it was Jimmy who had suggested that he change it. Jimmy thought it was a great joke. He passed the word along among all the little meadow and forest people that Peter Rabbit was going to change. Everybody laughed and chuckled over the thought of Peter Rabbit's foolishness, and they planned to have a great deal of fun with Peter as soon as he should tell them his new name. Sitting on the old briar patch one morning, buzzard passed, flying low. "Good morning, Brer Cottontail," said Mr. Buzzard with a twinkle in his eye. At first Peter didn't understand that old Mr. Buzzard was speaking, but it was too late to reply, for old Mr. Buzzard was way, way up in the blue, blue sky. Let's turn the page. "Cottontail," said Peter over and over to himself, and began to smile. Every time he said it, he liked it to Cottontail. Peter Cottontail. How much better sounding that is than Peter Rabbit. That sounds as if I really were somebody. Yes, sir, that's the very name I want. Now I must send word to all my friends that I am no longer Peter Rabbit, but Peter Cottontail. That sounds like a good name for Peter, doesn't it? Let's turn the page and see. Peter kicked up his heels in just the funny way he always did when he was pleased. Suddenly, he remembered that such a fine, long, high-sounding name as Peter Cottontail called for more fitting conduct. So he stopped kicking up his heels and began to practice fancy manners. But first he called to the Merry Little Breezes and told them that in the future he would not answer to the name of Peter Rabbit, but only the name of Peter Cottontail. He was very grave and earnest and important as he explained it to the Merry Little Breezes. The Merry Little Breezes kept their faces straight while he was talking. But as soon as they had left him to carry his message, they burst out laughing. It was such a joke. And they giggled as they delivered this message to each of the little forest and meadow people. Peter Rabbit's changed his name. In the future, without fail, you must call him, if you please, Mr. Peter Cottontail. Turn the page. While they were doing this, Peter was back in the old briar patch practicing his new manners. He would have to try to look very high and mighty and important to match such a fine-sounding name as Peter Cottontail. Now turn the last page. And that is the story of Peter Cottontail and how he got his name.
So that was how Peter Cottontail got his name from 1957. So if you like, subscribe, share, and comment, have a groovy day. We'll have another video coming out real soon. Our next book will be Nursery Songs.